Now let's revise the most common rules for punctuation. So now we'll do it faster and then go to the questions. For the semicolon, semicolon, as you know, before and after must be complete sentence. So I must imagine it like that. We have semicolon. If I must check, is the sentence before complete or not? And here it's a complete or not. It's very important. But as I told you, sentence means any sentence. Could be simple, could be compound, could be complex, could be complex compound, it depends. So before it, I can use any kind of sentence. The after it can be anyone. If we have this structure, we can make it correct. So what is the trap in the exam? The trap is to know, is it sentence or fragment? So that is a trap. Now here, by my eyes, I must check all this part. Is it this part sentence, complete sentence structure, or it is fragment? I must go to check. In an attempt to, it's a phrase, to save infinitive phrase, then we have comma. And as you know, we can start a sentence with phrases. Okay. The editors relaunch it, and then we have another phrase. So as we studied in the sentence fragment, delete the phrases, and then check the last of the rest. Here, delete, here, delete, here, delete. So you will find here subject and verb and then object. So we have subject and verb and object. Now it checks the meaning. The editors relaunch it under a new name. Correct. If all of these correct structure. This is the first step. The second step is this is part. Now let's check. They subject wanted to simplify verb phrase and then object and then and reach. The second sentence, it's a compound sentence. How did you know? We have compound verbs. Subject did to actions. Wanted and reach. But we have wanted here and reach. So it is correct. Here infinitive was to simplify infinitive. So it's a sentence, but it's a compound. We don't care. It can be any sentence. That means the semicolon in the correct placement. So it is correct. The second example. Let's see. She chooses the natural objects for her paintings. So she is subject, and remember, Malik, all personal pronouns works as subject. He, she, it, they, all the personal pronouns work as subject. So subject, and it chooses verb. And then we have phrase delete. And is this part complete? Yes, subject and verb, and then object and the meaning complete. Is this part complete? Now, after the semicolon, is it sentence or fragment? We need to check. Now, branch and speckled stone or withered shell. So all of these compound subject. If it's the second part from this part to here, it's only subject. And what is the verb? It means it lacks a verb. It lacks a verb fragment. If the second part has a mistake, so it must be incorrect. If before semicolon must be complete sentence. After it, it must be complete sentence. Then we have full stop. This full stop for the whole sentence. And we call it in English compound sentence. All of it. But it has two clauses. So that's why. Now, let's see together. Number 3. What is number 3? Try, Malak.
Correct.
So, you said correct. But why it is not correct? Let's see. Make it rules. Take from the beginning to semicolon. Is this part sentence or fragment? Number 1, to know it's a sentence or not, as we know, we must define the subject and the verb. And to find the subject and the verb, you must delete all the phrases, all the clauses, all the non-essential information. After deleting all of these, check what is left in the sentence. Now let's find. According to compound preposition, we have preposition phrase at the beginning followed by comma. And then the average age, complete subject and the simple subject age. And then preposition phrase of airline, pilot. And then has been increasing in the verb phrase. And then we have preposition phrase. Now, after deleting the phrases and clauses and non-essential, I found the average age has been increasing. Verb correct, singular, and has been singular, and the verb phrase has no any mistake. And the meaning is complete. يبقى the first part before the semicolon complete. So the second part, delete the phrases of an impending shortage, delete. Now, raising fears, is it sentence or fragment? I must check. Do we have subject? Yes, it didn't. But do we have verb? Fears. Yes, fears can be a verb, yes. But wait, is the meaning correct? Raising fears. So raising fears. As I say, the dog fears. Raising fears. But raising what? So that means raising fears, it is a gerund phrase. Okay, but raising is subject, but what is the verb? So raising fears, do what? That means we lack verb. But the sentence lacks verb, so it's a fragment. But the second part has a mistake. But this structure is wrong. And that's why. Let me explain number 4. He said the first product. So by my eyes, I found semicolon, so I must check. Is all of these sentence? The first product design failed for the multiple reasons. What failed for multiple reasons? The first or product or design? The design of the product. And as we know, the subject must be noun. That means your subject is not the first, is not there. Must be here. Product design. Here is the design of the product. Here we have subject, we have verb, and then we have a phrase to complete the meaning. If this part is complete. But wait, the second part. The second here refers to the second product design. So that means the second worked as subject and showed verb and then object and then phrase to complete the meaning. If that one is correct, it's a correct structure. That's why. Now let's jump to calling. So what is calling? So calling, we have some simple rules. Let's agree about it. Before calling, it must be complete sentence. Any sentence. We have 4 types of sentence. So when you see calling in any answer, check is before complete or not. If it's not, delete the answer. If it's yes, you check the second step. If it's the first step, is it complete or not before? After it can be complete or incomplete. We don't care, but we care about the uses of information after calling. Is after it a list? Correct. If after it complete sentence to explain something mentioned before. Remember, Malak, the information after calling, it must explain something mentioned before the calling. If it's not deleted, for example, here we have list. Okay, it's accepted. But does this list explain something before? Yes, he said 3 languages. And here already 3 languages. You are correct. But again, he oversaw multiple aspects of the play production. What are they? All of these. But we have list, yes, correct. And the list has no mistake, command. Now, parallelism. Yes, and all of these, it tells you what are the aspects. يبقى calling in the correct place. How did you know? Because I check from the beginning to the calling. I found the subject he, found the verb o, oversaw, and then object, and then phrase to complete the meaning. So it's correct. يبقى before calling complete. Another example here is before calling complete. Let's check. The new constitution subject had verb and then object and then preposition phrase delete. So we have subject, we have verb, we have object. So it is correct. After it, I don't care, but I care about the meaning. Let's check the meaning. It allowed for public servants to be removed from office. Oh, this is advantage. And what is the advantage in that? It allowed for any public servants to be removed from the office as president. So, I mean, so anyone is not beyond the law. So it's an advantage, it's correct. Here it is the same. The increased subject and has had verb. And then we have object to complete the meaning and the phrase to complete the meaning. But before calling complete, but after calling, does it explain something mentioned before? Let's see. He said here that increase has had an expected result. What is the result? Some men are learning for the first time how to cook. This is something weird and unexpected. Now men learn how to cook to be professional cooking is something in the past. So another point that is after calling, can we use one word? We can use one letter, but does it explain something before? And is before calling complete? Like this one, the flag of the United States features, so it is complete. Found it? Yes, and after the information, it tells you what is the brand flag exactly. It has symbol, and what is the symbol? This is, so it is the same. So we have more examples they have here. The traps in the exam. Now, what is the traps? The traps here is the information before calling complete or not. That's why Malak, we need to memorize and study very hard the chapter of sentence fragment. Why? Because we agreed before that not all the time to have subject and verb means complete. No, sometimes it does not have complete meaning. Like that, the new software can handle what? We have subject, we have verb, but can handle what? So before calling, it's not complete. So without thinking, it's wrong. Again, the guest speakers include what? Before calling, it's not complete. Wrong. But here again, runners often suffer from. Okay, so check. Phrase delete. So runners often suffer from such as what? Not complete. If I must check is it complete or not. Another trap if the sentence complex like that. Check this part. Complete or sentence.
Mr. Just 5 minutes and I'll come back.
Yeah, all right. Come on, yes.